Do we all remember the little racist boy that got banned for taking performance enhancing drugs in April for the fight that he had with Devin Haney, where he lamped him up, knocked him over, won the fight, but then got the fight turned to a abandoned non-disclosure fight because he got found with drugs in his system and got banned for a year. The same little boy we're not supposed to be coming back till April next year, 2025. Well, he has made an announcement and it says, I've been quiet for some time, but I've been cooking on some plans before my actual return to the ring. Here is the plan before April. Exhibition in December in Japan against the guy who fought aging Manny Pac and tried to knock him out. And then I'll go after Jake for Uncle Mike. So then I go onto Google, I start searching this thing and I see TalkSport have written an article. So I jump on the TalkSport article and I'm reading. Ryan Garcia announces return against Manny Pacquiao's tallest ever opponent who beat him in disastrous exhibition and calls out Jake Paul. Ryan Garcia has announced he will return next month against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Anpo. Garcia battered Devin Haney in April, but the result was overturned as the rising star had failed 2 pre-fight drug tests. He was subsequently given a ban from the sport for 1 year from April, so is unable to compete until the same month in 2025. As a result, King Rai has announced he will return in a Keep Busy exhibition in partnership with Japanese promotion Ryzen or Risen, however you pronounce it. He will take on Japanese kickboxer Anpo in a contest of 8 2-minute rounds in Tokyo on December the 30th. Anpo will be a familiar name to fans given he recently fought in an exhibition with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao in July. The 6-foot star, who was Pacquiao's tallest ever opponent, battered the 45-year-old who looked a shadow of himself in a lackluster display. They love this battered word in this TalkSport article, isn't it? Battered this and battered that. He effectively dampened the former 8-division world champion's plan to make a full comeback and secure a world title shot. When announcing the fight, Garcia also elected to call out YouTuber turned boxer Paul. Paul has been a subject to a whole host of call-outs since beating heavyweight legend Mike Tyson at the weekend. He has been offered multiple world title shots, including IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois. I don't remember that. I've never heard that. I ain't seen that. So I don't know where they're getting that from. But a fight with Garcia could certainly attract commercial interest, given both have emerged as 2 of the biggest superstars in boxing. Oh, wow. Jake Paul is one of the biggest superstars in boxing. They're actually not lying. They're actually not lying. But however, there would be a significant weight difference between the pair, with Garcia set to return at 152 pounds, while Paul fought at over 200 pounds when beating Tyson. Who told them that Garcia is returning at 152 pounds? That's very specific, and that's not a weight class. 154 is super welterweight, 147 is welterweight, so 160 is middleweight. So where did this 152 pound come from? Anyway, El Gallo had previously criticized Garcia and insisted an exhibition between the pair could happen. He said earlier this year, I think it could happen as an exhibition probably. I think he thinks he would win and I would love to just deflate his little 130 pounds. Maybe Netflix part 2. His footwork sucks. The more I learn about this sport, he's fast and quick and has been doing that all his life, but his feet are terrible. Flat-footed, stuck damn fighter. Mad thing. Now that's apparently what Jake Paul said. Now, when I sit back and I reflect on the whole situation, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Ryan Garcia, they're all pals. They're all brethren. So when I heard about that script that was apparently leaked about how the fight was going to go between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and then the Mirror comes out and certain other tabloids come out and say the leak was a fake. That script was fake. It's not actually true. No one had the script. There's no script. But the script was leaked days before the fight. And when the fight happened, it went how the script said it was going to go. So, obviously, I didn't really talk about that because I can't find any evidence of this script. I can't find any pictures of it or anything like that at all. So I didn't go into it because I need some actual factual evidence before I speak about these things. The thing about this situation is I very much remember Tyson and the Pauls, Jake and Logan, being very friendly at one point, and Tyson's saying how much he respects them too and their journey in life and such like. Ryan and Tyson are, well, Ryan looks up to Tyson like he's a legend in the sport. And I've seen Ryan and the Pauls being brethren. Them times there when Ryan used to go around with his little camera trying to be Insta famous, doing all these hooks to the body on famous people when they're wearing a bodysuit. They put on the bodysuit for protection, or some of them were like bodybuilders and they wouldn't put on the bodysuit. Like Ngannou done it. I remember Logan doing it, and I remember Jake doing it, and I remember them being very pally, and I remember them inviting him. That's Ryan Garcia. I remember them inviting Ryan Garcia into their domain and all of this type of stuff. So it's all plots and plans. It's all fake to me. The whole of it. Anything to do with Jake Paul is fake. I remember Tyson versus Jake was 8-2s. And I remember thinking to myself, well, they've made it 8-2s because Tyson can't last for any duration and blah, 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 blah. But when I think about it, any exhibition fight that I've seen, most of them, not all of them, most of them have been 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds. 8 2-minute rounds. Which then leads me again to believe that Tyson versus Jake Paul was all scripted. It was all just a plot and a ploy. And they're still going to talk about it and go on about it forever, like as if it was a real fight. And if by some reason and some happenstance, Ryan Garcia ends up in the ring against Jake Paul and they're trying to put this off as anything other than an exhibition, we know it's an exhibition. And all these things are scripted. Now, the fact that Ryan Garcia was banned from boxing for a year just lets me know how fickle the US are when it comes to banning fighters. Because if this was in the UK, there would be no way this fighter would be able to go and do an exhibition anywhere else in the world and then come back to the UK and wait for his ban to finish and have a fight. That wouldn't happen. Because he's not supposed to be in the ring at all. So for the mere fact that he can go and have an exhibition fight and say it's keep busy exhibition fight is just showing me that the American boxing officials and the people over there that issue bans and all this type of stuff, it's a mockery. First and foremostly, most of these bans will be 6 to 8 months, 9 months at most. Ryan Garcia got the long end of the banning situation and got a year. Okay? Now, most of the time, these fighters don't even fight more than once or twice a year anyway. So that ban is only really their downtime anyway, while they're preparing for the next fight anyway. In the UK and UCAD, when they're banning their fighters, it's a proper hardcore ban. 3 years, 4 years. Okay? So, with that being said, I don't really want to see anything what the racist boy's got to do anyway. I'm not interested in his career anymore anyway. Yeah? He wasn't that good anyway. For me, he's not that good anyway. So, I just saw that and I just thought, hold on a minute. Man's out there talking about he's going to Japan to have exhibition fights while he's banned. Is that actually on? I don't think so. But we'll see if it happens. He's announced it. He's put it all over his social media. I see posters for it, official posters, date, venue, everything. So, you know, a man's on a ban and he can go and have and still make money out of boxing. I don't know how you can be on a ban and still make money out of boxing, even if it's an exhibition. Man can make up a charity, call it his own name and say, I'm donating my purse to this charity. And it's his own charity. You know, like that. So anyway, that's all I got to tell you about that. I don't think this is a good look. I think it's very terrible and I'm very disgusted by the situation. Ban Ryan Garcia. And I'll see you guys in the next video.